Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of Java with James. My name is Jim Meyer, broker associate at Remax Gold. Now you have a friend in the real estate business. We're here with our good friend Mike Bauer. Mike is a film grip, a hard-working gentleman who has cut his teeth in the industry down in Southern California. For some reason, he's moved up to Sacramento. Mike, what possessed you to come up here?
What possessed me to come up here? Have you ever been on the 405 freeway in Los Angeles? We
Where it
call it.
takes 3 hours to get from one side of the town to the other, and it should take
We
3 minutes.
we fondly refer to it as the 4 or 5 mile per hour freeway.
Yeah, okay, and
And
nothing's changed. No.
LA has a lot of wonderful things to offer. There's no doubt about that, including the film and television business, the entertainment industry as a whole. I find life in Sacramento to be much more peaceful. It's very beautiful and it's outdoorsy. I grew up in Northern California. There is some union work up there. There is production that goes on, especially in San Francisco. There is 2 unions that I know about for sure. So I don't know. That's where, the quality of life. It's a quality of life question. Sacramento is a really wonderful. Everybody's friendly there. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's right.
Somewhat.
Yes. I mean, I've met some of the unfriendly people, but yeah, 99% of them are very friendly. What's the favorite movie that you ever worked on?
Favorite movie I ever worked on. I hope it's okay. I think I'm allowed to say this, but I worked on, and I don't know which one it was in the series, but I worked on. It was at least 15 years ago, if that gives you any idea. It was one of the Batmans.
Uh-huh.
It was the Christian Bale Batman, and they used the biggest sound stage on at Sony, which is huge. It's got 80-foot ceilings, and they built the entire Batcave in there, and it was just like it's just amazing to stand in the middle of that and look that this was created on a soundstage by construction and paint and all these different departments, and then they light it. It was, I'd say, breathtaking. It's all put together and it happens like that.
Now that was 15 years ago. Would they do that today, or would it all be CG?
That's a good question. I hope I think it's fine for me to say these things. There's a studio in Manhattan Beach where they shoot all the Marvel and now all these Star Wars for Disney things.
Mhm.
This is how technology is taking over. They have a stage there that is just 360 degrees LED screens,
Uh-huh.
and that's now the backdrop because that's how technology is having an influence. They don't hang a green screen anymore or a blue screen. They use these LED screens. So like Boba Fett's spaceship flying through space, they just hang it from some cables and then show the space background on these LED screens. So that's how the kind of change we'll be seeing more and more of in the future. It's not exactly cheap, but they'll probably make it cheap eventually.
That's incredible. So that's some you're dropping some 411 on us. Do they have any technology to make Brie Larson less irritable to abrasive, I guess is the term.
Well, technology moves at a pace. We can't ask too much right now. I'm not sure that that's going to be possible.
Okay, but we could pray.
We can.
There you
We
go.
can. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. All right, Mike, thank you so much. So if somebody wants to contact you to be a part of their film, I'm guessing you have no problem with somebody if they've got the cash, give you a call. Do you expect to be working just as much up north as you did down south?
That's a very good question. Probably not right away. I don't know if the same element or amount of production happens up north. This is Hollywood. Hollywood was built for this reason on the entertainment industry. There are studios everywhere you look, and they're huge. So I think this is the mecca for sure. It has moved into Atlanta and New York and Louisiana and these other places in a lot of locations. But as far as big sound stages and studios, this is still the place where it's at.
Right. And what do you got? Albuquerque, New Mexico. You got stuff in Canada and England and all of that, but still the hub is Los Angeles.
No denying that.
What's the one thing that you've learned about this industry that a lot of people might not know about getting a gig, like we'll say for an actor?
Getting a gig for an actor. Again, I have to go back to technology because 30 years ago there wasn't the internet, and here it is now, and that's why we have all these streaming platforms. These days, a lot of actors have to film their own auditions in their basement and send those in. There's very little. This a lot of it has to do with COVID as well. But because of the internet and social media, they got to have followers, an Instagram account. That's part of a star's or actor's appeal is how many people they can bring with them to go see their movie they're in. That's their base, that's their crowd. So that's an important element these days.
Okay, maybe that explains Brie Larson. Okay, so I'm terrible. So in other words, you might have 10 million followers and be a marginal actor and you get the gig. You might be the next Laurence Olivier and have 300 followers. You don't get the gig because you don't have the followers. Is that fair?
That is brass tacks business. And this is a business, like producing a film or a TV show is a business, and you want to make money on what you produce. So yes, you want those customers to come in, and those customers are a person's fan base. There's no question. So yes, we are, for whatever reason these days, reliant on social media and followers and how many likes do you get and things like that. That's just the way of the world.
And you know what? It's not called show, it's called show business
There you have
for
it.
a reason. Awesome. All right, Mike, thank you so much. We appreciate you. And we're going to see you guys again tomorrow for another exciting episode of Travel with the Gyms.